This message is for you. Don't try to escape it, don't try to skim through it, because God says this word has been sent into your life with precision, and it carries the power to either break you free or leave you in chains if you ignore it. God says, I see the pain that has been buried under your smile, I see the questions that rise in your heart late at night when you're lying awake, wondering why His love feels divided, wondering why even when He holds you, His Spirit sometimes drifts somewhere you cannot reach. God says, it is because He loves you, but she still haunts Him. His heart is a battlefield, and you have been caught in a war you did not start. God says, you think you are not enough. You think perhaps if you were more, He would not still wrestle with shadows of His past. But I tell you this, it is not you. It is not your worth. It is not your beauty, nor your value, nor your heart. You are not the problem. The haunting comes from what was left unresolved before you ever came, the ties that were not cut clean, the soul ties that linger like smoke in the room even after the fire has been put out. She does not have His present, but she lurks in the corners of His memory, and sometimes, without Him even realizing, He lets her ghost sit at the table that should only belong to you. God says, don't tell anyone this, but I am begging you to hear it, this haunting is not stronger than my hand. This war inside his chest is not greater than the love I have planted between you. But you must open your eyes and stop blaming yourself for what is not yours to carry. His heart is divided because the past has chains, and chains do not break by accident, they break by intention. Do not let the enemy make you think this is a reflection of your worth. This is a reflection of unfinished wars that he has not fully surrendered to me. God says, He loves you. Yes, He does. Do not doubt that. But love is not always enough when a man has not confronted his ghosts. He can hold you and still feel haunted. He can plan a future with you and still wrestle with memories he has not buried. And here is the truth, if He does not let me deliver him from those ghosts, you will always feel the cold of her shadow no matter how much warmth he tries to give. This is why you feel like something is missing even when he swears his devotion. It is why you sense the unspoken weight in his eyes. You are not imagining it. You are discerning it. God says, I will not lie to you, this is going to hurt. Because you love him, and you wish your love could heal him. But your love is not a substitute for his surrender. Only when he chooses to lay those memories, those ties, that ghost of her, at my feet will the haunting break. Until then, you will be fighting shadows, and shadows are merciless. Do not try to compete with a ghost. Do not let the enemy convince you that your assignment is to chase away what only my Spirit can erase. Your assignment is to stay grounded in your worth, to protect your heart, and to pray for his healing while refusing to lose yourself in the war he has not chosen to end. God says, listen carefully, the enemy loves to use old loves as a doorway of torment. He loves to whisper in his ear, reminding him of her laugh, her face, her words, her betrayal, her absence, anything to keep his soul divided. But I am not the author of confusion, and I did not create you to be bound to a half-love. You deserve a whole love, a healed love, a love that is not distracted by ghosts. I am preparing that love for you, but you must trust me to guide you through this valley. God says, if you walk away too soon, you may abandon what could have been healed. But if you stay without wisdom, you may drown in a battle that was never yours. This is why you must lean on me. Do not lean on your own understanding, because your heart will tell you to fix him, but your spirit knows that only I can heal him. Pray, but do not lose yourself. Love, but do not worship him. Stand with him, but do not let his haunting become your haunting. I am protecting you from being swallowed by his past while I work on his future. God says, I know you feel forgotten in this. You feel like you are second, like you are competing with a woman who is not even present, and that is crushing you. But let me whisper this, you are chosen. You are loved. You are seen. I did not bring you into his life to torture you, I brought you as light, as healing, as truth. But light must not dim itself to blend with shadows. Shine anyway. If he chooses to step fully into that light, he will break free. If he doesn't, then know that I will never let you waste your heart on a man who refuses to be free. God says, mark this day. Because soon, the truth will unfold. His haunting will either reach a breaking point, or you will. Something must give. Do not think this can linger forever. My spirit will not allow you to remain in limbo. I am going to expose the chains, expose the conversations he still hides in his mind, expose the way the enemy whispers to him when he is weak. You will see it. And when you do, you must decide if your heart can wait for his healing or if your destiny requires release. But either way, you will not be abandoned. You will not be unloved. I am already ahead of you preparing the outcome. God says, do not fear. The haunting is strong, but my deliverance is stronger. The ghost she has left is loud, but my voice is louder. Trust that I am working. Trust that I am shaking him until he cannot ignore me. Trust that I am fighting for you even when you feel unseen. I have not forsaken you. I am your shield in this war. Stay close to me, and you will not be destroyed by the shadows that chase him. This is God's warning and his promise. He loves you, but she still haunts him. The battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the chains of memory, the spirit of the past, and the lies of the enemy. But if you cling to God, you will not lose yourself in the haunting. And when the time comes, you will know if his love has been set free or if you must let go. Either way, God says, I will make sure you are not left empty. I will make sure you are not forgotten. I will make sure that what is haunting him will not haunt you forever. This is the hidden battle in his heart, and this is the message for you. God is begging you, do not skip this, do not dismiss it. It is not over for you. But you must choose carefully, with wisdom, with strength, with faith. Because the ghost of her will not disappear by chance, it will disappear by surrender. And until that surrender comes, protect your heart. God says, I am with you, and I will not let this destroy you. God says, don't rush through what I am saying right now. This is the part where I take you deeper, where I reveal what your heart has felt but your mind couldn't put into words. You have seen his eyes go distant when you talk about the future. You have felt his touch sometimes grow weaker even though his words stay strong. This is because she still haunts him. He does not know how to explain it without hurting you, but you already feel it. This is the hidden battle in his heart. It is not just a memory. It is a spiritual residue, an unbroken tie, a wound that has been bandaged but not healed. God says, "This is what I need you to understand. There are wounds that only time can dull, but there are wounds that only I can heal." You have tried to be enough for him. You have tried to love him to wholeness. You have tried to stand still while the storm inside him calms. But your heart is beginning to crack under the weight of what you cannot fix. I see your tears at night. I see you asking me, "Why do I feel like I'm second, even when he tells me I'm first?" I see the nights when you want to walk away but can't because you love him. I see the mornings when you tell yourself, "Maybe today will be different," but the same heaviness lingers. I have heard every whispered prayer. I have not ignored you. God says, "The reason you are reading this now is because the time has come for you to see the truth clearly. Not through fear. Not through pain. But through my eyes. I am showing you that he is not your enemy, but he is a man at war with his past. And you must stop making his war your battlefield. You must stop handing over your peace to fight his ghosts. This is not cruelty, this is clarity. This is wisdom. This is the only way you can stand and not shatter. Because your heart is not built to be the graveyard where his past is buried. Your heart is built to be a garden where love grows without poison. You cannot plant roses in soil that is still full of thorns from another season. Let me clear the soil or guide you to where the soil is clean. God says, he loves you, but he cannot fully love you until he chooses to close the doors that are still open. Every time he thinks about her, every time he remembers the good and the bad, he gives a little piece of his soul back to a season that has ended. That is why you feel like you only have part of him. Because you do. He has not gathered himself fully yet. And I tell you this not to scare you, but to warn you, because if you do not see it, you will waste years trying to fill a cup with a hole in the bottom. You will pour and pour and pour until you are empty and he is still leaking. Only when he allows me to seal the hole will your pouring become building instead of bleeding. God says, do not hate her. Do not curse her. Do not focus your energy on the ghost. Focus on me. Focus on what I am showing you. The enemy would love to make you bitter, jealous, insecure, and suspicious. But I want to make you wise, strong, and unshakable. This is not about you versus her. This is about light versus darkness. This is about healing versus haunting. This is about a man who has not yet finished his healing and a woman, you, who is trying to love him through it without losing herself. Do not lose yourself. I am telling you this again because I see how close you are to disappearing in this fight. God says, I am calling you to step back emotionally, not in coldness, but in wisdom. Stop trying to prove your worth. Stop trying to compete with a memory. Stop trying to love him so much that the ghost will leave. That is not your work. That is mine. Love him, pray for him, but stay anchored in me. Let him see that you are not a replacement, you are not a substitute, you are not a shadow. You are a chosen daughter of God, and you will not be hidden in the corner while his heart dances with ghosts. This is not arrogance. This is the dignity of your soul. God says, I know you're afraid. Afraid that if you stop trying, he will slip away. Afraid that if you let go of control, he will run back to her. Afraid that if you stand still, he will choose the ghost instead of the living woman before him. But hear me, if he is meant to be yours, no ghost can steal him. If he is not meant to be yours, no amount of fighting will hold him. You cannot lose what I have truly given. You cannot keep what I have not ordained. Let me be God in this. Stop carrying the burden that breaks your back. Put it in my hands. God says, this season is a test. Not just for him, but for you. A test of your patience. A test of your boundaries. A test of your faith. You are learning to love without losing yourself. You are learning to be present without being consumed. You are learning to pray without trying to play savior. These are lessons that will not only save you in this relationship but in everything I have called you to. Because your heart is precious to me. I will not let it be destroyed. I am using this to grow you even as I heal him. God says, lean in closer now, because what I'm about to reveal is what your heart has been craving to understand but couldn't name. The reason you feel tired, the reason you feel like you're constantly pouring into something that never fills, is because you've been fighting against an invisible chain. He is tied to something that no longer exists in the physical, but the tie still pulls at him in the spirit. This is why you sometimes sense his hesitation, his guilt, his flashbacks, his mood shifts. It's not that you're imagining it, you're feeling the echo of a soul that hasn't been fully cut loose. God says, I am showing you this so that you stop blaming yourself. You have said in your mind, maybe if I love him more. Maybe if I'm more patient. Maybe if I change myself. Maybe if I prove I'm different from her. But I need you to hear me, you cannot heal a wound you didn't create. You cannot exorcise a ghost you didn't invite. You cannot fill a void that belongs to me to heal. I did not assign you to compete with shadows. I assigned you to walk in light. If he wants to step into that light, I will meet him. But if he wants to keep visiting the tomb of the past, you cannot drag him out. He must choose me for himself. God says, right now, heaven is watching how you carry this. Not to punish you. Not to test you cruelly. But because how you move through this moment will shape what you walk into next. This is a holy training ground. You are learning boundaries, self-respect, discernment. You are learning that love does not mean self-erasure. You are learning that loyalty does not mean losing yourself. These are sacred lessons. When you graduate from them, you will walk into a season of love so clean, so whole, so healed, that this pain will seem like a distant classroom you left behind. God says, I also want you to understand something about Him. He does love you. That is not a lie. But love alone does not break chains. His soul is at war because part of him wants freedom, but part of him still clings to familiarity. The enemy knows how to whisper through nostalgia, through regret, through what if. The enemy knows how to make the past look golden when it was actually broken. That is why he sometimes looks conflicted. That is why you sometimes feel like you're holding him but not fully holding his heart. This is not about you being less. This is about him needing to choose freedom. God says, I am about to move. In the coming days, I will begin to expose what has been hidden. Not to shame him, but to reveal the truth to you so you are not blind anymore. I will give you dreams, whispers, confirmations, little signs. I will show you his heart through actions, not just words. Watch how he moves when no one is forcing him. Watch what he does when temptation calls. Watch how he treats your heart when he's under pressure. These things will reveal if he is truly ready to let go of the ghost or if he still feeds it. Do not ignore the signs. They are my kindness to you. God says, there will be a moment when you will have to decide. You will either stand and wait for his healing or step into a new chapter. Neither choice will make you a failure. Neither choice will make you less. If you choose to stand, do so from a place of strength, not desperation. If you choose to walk, do so from a place of faith, not bitterness. Either way, I will cover you. Either way, I will honor you. Either way, I will bring you to the love that will not haunt you with ghosts. God says, and hear me on this, you are not cursed. You are not doomed to always be the other woman to a man's past. You are not destined to always compete with ghosts. This is a passing chapter. I am using it to refine you, to strengthen you, to teach you, but it is not your forever. Your forever is whole love. Your forever is peace. Your forever is being chosen without question. Your forever is a man whose heart is free. Hold on to that promise. It is real. God says, you will feel me more strongly in the nights ahead. When you lie awake and your chest feels heavy, call my name. When you feel like crying but you're afraid to be weak, come to me. When you're tempted to text him in desperation, pause and pray instead. I will give you wisdom. I will calm your heart. I will keep you from making decisions from fear. I am walking you through this. You are not alone. Heaven is closer to you right now than you realize. God says, there is still hope for him, but there is also life for you beyond him if he chooses to stay bound. I will not let your destiny be tied to someone else's refusal to heal. That is my promise to you. What is meant for you will not be stolen by a ghost. What is yours will not be haunted. I will see to it. This is still God's message for you. He loves you, but she still haunts him. The hidden battle in his heart is real, but so is the freedom I am offering to both of you. Do not give up on me. Do not give up on yourself. Stay close to me, and I will show you every step. God says, now listen even closer, because what I am about to reveal is the part the enemy does not want you to hear. This is where the shift begins. This is where the chains start to rattle. This is the moment you will begin to understand that you are standing at the edge of a breaking point. This is not just another repetition of pain. This is the place where decisions must be made, where the ghost either dies or you walk away and the haunting loses its grip on you completely. God says, He has been given grace. Many chances. Many signs. My spirit has whispered to him over and over, let go of the past. Surrender the memories. Release the soul tie. He has felt my nudging. He has felt the tug in his conscience. But still, part of him clings to her ghost because it feels familiar, because it feels safe, because it allows him to avoid his deeper wounds. But my patience is not endless, and my mercy is not a license for delay. There is coming a moment where I will confront him. There is coming a moment where he will have to choose, me or his memories, freedom or bondage, a whole love or a haunted love. God says, this breaking point will not be subtle. It will not be quiet. It will be a season of exposure. You will notice things about him you didn't notice before. You will see the conflict come to the surface. Conversations will arise that he can no longer avoid. Triggers will happen that force him to face his past. He may grow more restless, more emotional, more vulnerable. These are not coincidences. This is me shaking the ghost loose. This is me forcing what's hidden into the light. Do not be afraid when this happens. Do not panic. This is the process of freedom beginning. God says, at the same time, I will be strengthening you. Because while he is in the shaking, you must stand steady. Do not beg. Do not chase. Do not compete with the ghost. Pray. Stand. Breathe. Let me fight for you. Let me show him who you are by the way you refuse to bow to insecurity. You are not a placeholder. You are not an option. You are not a shadow. You are light. You are love. You are chosen. And you will stand as such. God says, when the breaking point arrives, he will either take your hand and step into freedom, or he will stay with his ghost. If he takes your hand, you will see a man transformed. You will see eyes that are no longer distant. You will feel a love that is whole. You will notice the haunting fade, the memories lose power, the conversations shift from what was to what will be. He will begin to build with you, not just stand beside you. He will begin to protect you, not just keep you. That is the man I am trying to bring forth in him. God says, but if he refuses, if he chooses to stay with his ghost, do not think that you have failed. Do not think that your prayers have been wasted. Do not think that your love was a mistake. You have been a mirror, a light, a voice. You have been an instrument in my hands. But if he refuses freedom, I will release you. I will guide you out. I will heal you quickly. I will not leave you empty. I will not let you remain in a prison built for someone else's memories. You will walk out free, your head held high, your heart still soft, your dignity still intact. And you will walk into a love that does not come with ghosts. God says, I am telling you this now so that you are not blindsided. So that you are not caught off guard. So that when the shaking begins, you will know it is me, not chaos. You will know it is freedom, not punishment. You will know it is clarity, not destruction. I am preparing your heart to recognize the moment. And when the moment comes, you will not hesitate. You will know exactly what to do. My peace will rest on you like a blanket. My wisdom will speak through your spirit. My strength will hold you upright even if tears fall from your face. God says, this is also the moment where you must decide who you are. Are you a woman who waits on me or a woman who fights for a ghost? Are you a woman who knows her worth or a woman who begs for scraps? I am calling you higher. I am calling you into dignity. I am calling you into freedom. Do not be afraid to stand. Do not be afraid to let go. Do not be afraid to trust me. What I have for you is not small. What I have for you is not haunted. What I have for you is whole. God says, mark this as the beginning of your turning. You are not just a bystander in his battle. You are a daughter being trained for her destiny. This pain is not random. This confusion is not wasted. I am shaping you even as I fight for him. And whether he steps into freedom or you step into release, you will not lose. You will win. Because I am with you. This is still my message for you. The haunting is real. The love is real. The breaking point is coming. Do not be afraid. Stay close to me. I will lead you through the shaking into the clarity your soul has been crying for.